Yo, what's up guys? So today we're back with another video, man. We were watching Inception today. So we've seen every Christopher Nolan movie up to this point. And so far, what's your favorite?
I actually kind of like The Following. I know that's weird.
That one was really good, wasn't it?
It's probably like an unpopular opinion, but I really like that one.
So we've watched all the movies in order, but we sort of got out of order early on in the channel. And we did go ahead and watch Interstellar a long time ago. That movie was phenomenal. Yeah, all the Batman movies. So we're just sort of going in order, man. But I loved Interstellar. Murph! Don't do it, Murph. That one was really good.
Yeah.
And I think Insomnia so far has been my favorite.
I like Insomnia too. I would say between The Following and Insomnia.
A super underrated film. If you guys have never went and checked out Insomnia, if you like crime thrillers, stuff like that, man, you guys should definitely watch it. It has Robin Williams in it. But today we're checking out Leonardo DiCaprio and Inception. This is a star-studded lineup, man. There's a lot of faces that are very familiar to us in this movie. And we got done watching the Matrix trilogy and everyone started suggesting this movie right afterwards. So I don't know what it's going to be about, but it's probably going to be a mind bender for sure.
Right. I've always passed this one up because I heard it was complicated.
Yeah, 100%.
No lie, but I'm here for it today.
I'm glad that we haven't watched it because we're getting to share it with you guys. So like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit us up on Patreon if you guys want to see the full uncut reactions to these videos. And we do have another channel if you guys are into like anime and stuff. We just started watching it for the first time ever, so we were brand new to the anime game. But you can find that in the description, man. The October's 2.0, and I'm ready to go. Ready? Let's do it. All right, guys, this is Inception. I didn't know this was a 4-time Oscar winner. Let's go.
4 times.
That's what it said. I would have mentioned that in my intro, but I didn't know. Looks like a beach whale.
He's a washed up Leo.
Ain't that thing you spin?
Are you here to kill me? I know what this is. I've seen one before. It belonged to a man I met in a half-remembered dream.
What is the most resilient parasite? Bacteria? A virus? An idea? Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
For someone like you to steal?
Yes, in the dream state, your conscious defenses are lowered and it makes your thoughts vulnerable to theft.
We can train your subconscious to defend itself from even the most skilled extractor.
How can I do that?
Because I am the most skilled extractor. You're gonna have to be completely open with me. I need to know my way around your thoughts better than your wife, better than your therapist, better than anyone.
That's creepy.
You need to completely let me in.
So he's trying to sell him an express VPN for his brain.
What's going on up there?
Imagine having to change the light bulbs on them things.
Yeah, that'd take all day, wouldn't it?
Sato knows. He's playing with us.
The information is in the safe. He looked right at it when I mentioned secrets.
What's she doing it?
All right, I'll take care of this.
Okay, make sure you do. We're here to work.
Isn't that Robin?
Yeah, yes it is.
If I jumped, would I survive?
Oh, what are you doing here?
I thought you might be missing me. Do the children miss me? What are you doing?
Just getting some fresh air.
This is really confusing so far.
Agreed.
He looks like 007, don't he?
He's stealthy.
Turn around.
That's the lady he was working with, I thought.
Now the envelope, Mr. Cobb.
Did she tell you?
That you're here to steal from me or that we are actually asleep?
There's no use threatening him in a dream, right, Mom?
Killing him would just wake him up. But pain.
Oh! Oh, he killed him. Shot him in the forehead.
And then he woke up.
What are you doing this too soon? I know, but the dream's collapsing.
So maybe the dream's collapsing or
That's what he
something?
said. Got the documents.
This isn't gonna work. Wake him up.
Wake up, Leo.
Uh-oh.
Give him the kick. What? Dunk him.
That's a weird way to wake someone up.
That would wake me up.
Would it?
Hell yeah, that wouldn't wake you up. Oh, so they were trying to steal from him. So they basically kidnapped him and put him to sleep so they could rob his mind.
He's out.
It did look like a heist of some sort.
Yeah, he's trying to steal his information.
You got what you came for.
Well, that's not true. You held something back because you knew what we were up to. Question is, why'd you let us in at all?
An audition.
An audition for what?
Doesn't matter. You failed.
We extracted every bit of information you had in there.
But your deception was obvious.
So it was a test?
They're asleep right now.
You don't seem to understand, Mr. Saito, that corporation that hired us. They won't accept failure.
Tell us what you know now!
I've always hated this carpet. It's stained, but very definitely made of wool. Right now, I'm lying on polyester, which means I'm not lying on my carpet in my apartment. I'm still dreaming.
Bro, this is giving me chills. That is crazy.
This is crazy.
So he was able to see his carpet was different. You know how when you're sleeping things are weird?
I don't even think I've ever looked at my carpet in my dream.
I've looked at your carpet in my dream.
But in my dream, you play by my rules.
Not in your dream, or in mine.
Dang, he had a nightmare.
Asshole. How do you mess up the carpet?
I didn't know he was gonna rub his damn cheek on it.
That's enough.
Were they awake right now?
Listen, every man for himself.
How can you tell?
Can I pause it? Were they trying to make it seem like they weren't there? Like, you know how they all sort of disappeared, then he woke up and looked at his wrist and then looked at that kid, and that kid acted like he didn't know him? It kind of looked like they were trying to like escape before he saw him or something.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, guys, hey.
When are you coming home, Dad?
Well, I can't, sweetheart, I can't.
Grandma says you're never coming back.
Philippa, is that you?
Is Mommy still?
That's why
That's
she
his
asked
wife?
that. That's why she asked, "Did the children miss me?"
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was about.
But she betrayed him.
Say bye-bye.
Listen, I'm gonna send some presents with Grandpa, and you be good.
Damn, Grandma. She don't approve of his lifestyle, I don't think.
Right.
He's doing some dangerous stuff.
Our ride's on the roof.
Right. We're supposed to deliver Saito's expansion plans to Cobb Engineering 2 hours ago. It's time we disappeared.
Where are you gonna go?
Buenos Aires.
He saw the art. Thought to come to me and bargain for his life.
No, don't throw him over the roof.
What will you do with it?
Nothing. But I can't speak for Cobb Engineering.
Cobb Engineering.
What do you want from us?
Inception. Is it possible?
Of course not.
If you can steal an idea from someone's mind, why can't you plant one there instead?
I say to you, don't think about elephants. What are you thinking about?
Elephants.
Right, but it's not your idea because you know I gave it to you.
Are you offering me a choice? Because I can find my own way to square things with Cobb.
Then you do have a choice.
And I choose to leave, sir.
So he's offering them a job.
Yeah, it seems like you're right.
Hey, Mr. Cobb. How would you like to go home to your children?
How complex is the idea?
Simple enough. My main competitor is an old man in poor health. I need him to decide to break up his father's empire.
That's not simple at all.
How do I know you can deliver?
You don't? Do you want to take a leap of faith or become an old man filled with regret? Assemble your team, Mr. Cobb, and choose your people more wisely.
So if he takes that job, he can go home to his kids, maybe.
Maybe he's like on a terrorist watch list or something because of what he does.
This can't be done.
Yes, it can. Just have to go deep enough.
You don't know that.
I've done it before.
Why are we going to Paris?
We're gonna need a new architect. You never did like your office, did you?
No space to think in that broom cupboard.
So Mr. Bruce. Master Wayne.
I brought these for you to give to the kids when you have a chance. I'm doing what you taught me.
I never taught you to be a thief.
After what happened, there weren't a whole lot of legitimate ways for me to use that skill.
So that's his dad.
Seems like it.
I think I found a way home.
You're here to corrupt one of my brightest and best.
You know what I'm offering?
Money.
Not just money. The chance to build things that couldn't exist in the real world.
You want me to let someone else follow you into your fantasy.
They just design the levels and teach them to the dreamers, that's all.
Design it yourself.
Ma won't let me.
Come back to reality, Tom.
Those kids, your grandchildren, they're waiting for their father to come back home. I would not be standing here if I knew any other way. I need an architect who's as good as I was.
I've got somebody better. Ariadne, Mr. Cobb.
You got Juno.
Nice to meet you.
I have a test for you.
You're not going to tell me anything about this first?
It's not, strictly speaking, legal.
She's like, all right, I'm
You
in.
have 2 minutes to design a maze that it takes 1 minute to solve. Stop. Again. You're gonna have to do better than that. That's more like it.
So she passed.
Yeah, it seems like it.
The first two, he was like, nope.
The square mazes are too easy. You need a circle one.
They say we only use a fraction of our brain's true potential. When we're asleep, our mind can do almost anything. We create and perceive our world simultaneously, and our mind does this so well that we don't even know what's happening. You create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their subconscious. Dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange. You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
That is so true.
Yeah, that it really is.
How did you get here?
We're dreaming?
Yeah, she's in a
The
dream.
workshop right now. Stay calm.
Yeah, so when you realize you're dreaming, chaos starts happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a dream, then why are you...
Because it's never just a dream, is it? In a dream, your mind functions more quickly, therefore, time seems to feel more slow.
5 minutes in the real world gives you an hour in the dream.
Wow.
Who are the people?
Projections of my subconscious.
NPCs.
Remember, you are the dreamer. You build this world. I am the subject. My mind populates it. By creating something secure like a bank vault or a jail, the mind automatically fills it with information it's trying to protect.
What happens when you start messing with the physics of it all?
Man, I wish I could control my dreams like that. Mine are always horrible. Like I'm always like in Squid Game or something in mine.
But I feel like that. I can always in my dream be like, hey, it's a dream.
So you're lucid dreaming?
I don't know.
Dude, what in the world?
Something, isn't it?
That's what he meant by better than you.
What?
Why are they all looking at me?
Because my subconscious feels that someone else is creating this world. They attack like white blood cells.
They're like agents.
Oh, that's why there was that like riot in that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez. Mind telling your subconscious to take it easy?
This is almost as trippy as the Matrix, dude.
I know.
This is crazy.
This is bizarre. I used to go like this all the time with my grandma's. We were just like that.
I didn't.
I know this bridge. Never recreate places from your memory. Building a dream from your memory is the easiest way to lose your grasp on what's real and what is a dream.
Is that what happened to you?
Listen, this has nothing to do with me, understand?
Oh.
She's got a smart little mouth, don't she?
Back up!
Wake me up!
Uh-oh.
Wake me up! Wake
Oh,
So is she like the Agent Smith of dreams?
was that not his wife?
Yeah.
There was still some time on the clock. You can't wake up from within the dream unless you die.
That's some subconscious you've got on you, Cobb. She's a real charmer.
I see you met Mrs. Cobb.
She's his wife?
You need a small object, something you can have on you all the time that no one else knows.
Like a coin?
It needs to be more unique than that. This is a loaded die. See, only I know the balance and the weight of this particular loaded die. That way, when you look at your totem, you know beyond a doubt that you're not in someone else's dream.
So that's his.
Do you get
I
that?
don't know if you can't see what's going on.
So if you have like an object and you know all about your object, it's your object. But if you're in someone else's dream and they try to recreate your object, they're not
It's
going to do it
different,
right. So you
yeah.
can tell if you're dreaming. That's why he was spinning.
But
it.
his is still silver. His little spinner.
Well, maybe if they recreate
Maybe it's a
it'll be
heavy
like-
spinner.
Yeah.
Cobb has some serious problems that he's tried to bury down there.
She'll be back. Reality's not gonna be enough for her now, and when she comes back, you're gonna have her building mazes.
Where are you gonna be?
I gotta go visit Eames.
There's plenty of good thieves.
We don't just need a thief. We need a forger.
So that was her first time experiencing that? And I'd be tripping out. I was more impressed by VR. Is that your boy Tom?
You can rub them together
Venom?
all you want, they're not gonna breed. Inception. Before you bother telling me it's impossible.
No, it's perfectly possible. It's just bloody difficult.
Arthur keeps telling me it can't be done.
You're still working with that stick in the mud?
He is good at what he does, right?
Oh, it's the best.
Have you done it before?
We tried it, but it didn't take.
You didn't plant it deep enough?
No, it's not just about depth. You need the simplest version of the idea. So what is this idea that you need to plant?
We need the heir of a major corporation to dissolve his father's empire.
What you have to do is start at the absolute basic.
Which is what?
The relationship with the father. Do you have a chemist?
No, not yet.
Man at the bar?
Cobble Engineering. That price on my head, was that dead or alive?
Don't remember. See if he starts shooting.
Now it's got me wondering if Tom Hardy's American or not, because that accent was...
He was Bane too, right?
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
I couldn't tell he had a mask on. See, I'm confused because I never really know if he's awake or not.
Yeah.
Man, you better turn sideways.
He picked a crazy alley to go down.
Damn.
Mr. Cobb.
Let's go.
What are you doing in Mombasa? I need to protect my investments.
Man, you should have sent somebody to get him then.
Cobb said you'd be back,
I forgot my purse.
I tried not to come, but
but there's nothing quite like it.
In a dream, you can cheat architecture into impossible shapes. That lets you create closed loops, like the Penrose steps.
Oh my gosh.
Paradox.
but how big do these levels have to be?
Well, it could be anything from the floor of a building to an entire city, but they have to be complicated enough that we can hide from the projections.
A maze.
Right, a maze.
That makes sense.
Cobb can't build anymore, can he?
He thinks it's safer if he doesn't know the layouts. I think it's Mal.
His ex-wife?
No, not his ex. She's dead.
What?
What you see in there is just his projection of her.
She's always
she
in his
like him,
subconscious.
She was lovely.
And in his dream, she's like killing and stabbing and...
She acts like you in his dream.
We need you there to tailor compounds specific to our needs.
A dream within a dream. 2 levels.
3.
Not possible.
You just have to add a sedative.
How many team members?
5.
6. The only way to know you've done the job is if I bring you with you.
This, I think, is a good place to start.
What type of business is he running?
The serum business. Aw.
And I come every day to share the dream. You see? Very stable.
How long do they dream for?
3-4 hours each day. Why do they do it? Tell him, Mr. Cobb.
They're living a long life in that dream.
After a while, it becomes the only way you can dream.
They come here every day to sleep.
They come to be woken up. The dream has become their reality.
Uh-oh. So he's got that good stuff.
You know what you have to do.
Are you all right, Mr. Cobb?
Everything's just fine.
Robert Fisher, heir to the Fisher-Maurer Energy Conglomerate.
This isn't your typical corporate espionage. The seed that we plant in this man's mind will grow into an idea. This idea will define him. It may come to change everything about him.
We are the last company standing between them and total energy dominance. They'll control the energy supply of half the world.
How is Robert Fisher's relationship with his father?
The relationship is quite complicated.
Can you get me access to this man here? Fisher Sr.'s right-hand man, Fisher Jr.'s godfather.
It should be possible.
Take him down. Mr. Browning, Maurice Fisher's policy is always one of avoiding litigation.
Shall we voice your concerns with Maurice directly?
I hope he's not tricking Leo, because he wants to take control from this company because this company's going to own too much of the power supply that's going to like power the world, you know?
Yeah.
But what if this guy ain't no good that he's working for?
Right. What if these are like the good people?
Yeah.
You're sitting there playing.
I mean, at least ask questions, you know? I guess he just wants to go see his kids.
Cave out the dam.
Must be a cherished memory of his.
I put it beside his bed. He hasn't even noticed.
Robert, we need to talk about a power of attorney. I know this is hard on you.
The sicker Maurice Fisher becomes, the more powerful Peter Browning becomes. So now in the first layer of the dream, I can impersonate Browning. When we take him a level deeper, his own projection of Browning should feed that right back to him.
So he gives himself the idea.
Precisely. That's the only way it will stick. It has to seem self-generated.
I am impressed.
Your condescension, as always, is much appreciated, Arthur. Thank you.
That's crazy.
This is an insane concept, though. I wish I could go in your brain and plant some ideas.
Were you going under on your own?
Just running some experiments.
I was working on my totem, actually.
Here.
Why a bishop, though?
Hey, smart girl, don't let him. Yeah.
Elegant solution for keeping track of reality. Was it your idea?
No, it was Maul's, actually. This one was hers. She'd spin it in the dream and would never topple. How are the mazes coming along?
Each level relates to the part of the subject's
Early in the movie, babe, he was spinning that thing and he had a gun. So if it would have kept spinning, he would have known he was dreaming and he would have shot himself, because he
wake up.
He don't even know it's real anymore, probably.
That's why those people were in that basement and they were like, this is how they can only like.
Oh,
yeah,
my
I know.
chills. This is nuts. Why have I never seen this junk? This is like right up my alley of what I'm into also.
I have a question about this layout.
No, don't show me specifics. Only the dreamer should know the layout. In case one of us brings in our projections, we don't want them knowing the details of the maze.
You mean in case you bring Maul in? If you know the maze, then she knows it. Cobb, do the others know?
No.
You've got to warn them if this is getting worse.
I need to get home. That's all I care about right now.
Why can't you go home?
Because they think I killed her.
Oh.
Thank you.
So he's wanted for murder?
For what?
For not asking whether I did. The subconscious is motivated by emotion, right? We need to find a way to translate this into an emotional concept.
You could suggest to him breaking up his father's company as a screw you to the old man.
No, because I think positive emotion trumps negative emotion every time. We need Robert Fisher to have a positive emotional reaction to all this.
My father accepts that I want to create for myself, not follow in his footsteps.
This is a good idea, Tom Hardy.
On the top level, we open up his relationship with his father and say, I will not follow in my father's footsteps. By the time we hit the bottom level, we bring out the big guns.
My father doesn't want me to be him.
3 layers down, dreams
That's
are gonna
complex.
collapse with the slightest disturbance.
To create 3 layers of dreaming, we'll have to combine it with an extremely powerful sedative. The compound we'll be using to share the dream creates a very clear connection between dreamers whilst actually accelerating brain function. Brain function in the dream will be about 20 times normal. When you enter a dream within that dream, the effect is compounded.
It's a week, the first level down, 6 months, the second level down, and the third level.
It's 10 years. Who would want to be stuck in a dream for 10 years?
Depends on the dream.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
How do we get out? And I'm hoping you have something more elegant in mind than shooting me in the head.
A kick. It's that feeling of falling you get that jolts you awake. It snaps you out of the dream.
I hate those.
I do that.
Yeah, I do it all the time too.
trick is to synchronize a kick that can penetrate all 3 levels.
We could use the musical countdown to synchronize the different kicks.
We need at least a good 10 hours.
Sydney to Los Angeles. One of the longest flights in the world. He makes it every 2 weeks.
It would have to be a 747, and the pilot's up top, and the first class cabin's in the nose, so no one would walk through. But you'd have to buy out the entire cabin.
I bought the airline.
He's like,
He's the sugar daddy of the operation.
10 hours.
I am jealous though, because these are the most well-rested mother suckers of all time. Aren't they? They're never sleepy.
You know how to find me.
She's third wheeling his dream.
Spying on him.
You remember when you asked me to marry you?
And we grow old together.
Hot.
You shouldn't be here.
You feel so violated.
You've asked me to share dreams with you.
Not these. These are my dreams.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's the only way I can still dream. My dreams were still together.
These aren't just dreams.
Memories?
These are memories. You're trying to keep her alive. You can't let her go.
These are moments I regret. They're memories that I have to change.
Well, what's done there that you regret?
Listen, there's only one thing you need to understand about me.
Where is she?
She's already gone. It's my son, James. He's digging for something, maybe a worm. You see, I thought about calling out to them. I could see those beautiful faces of theirs, but...
Right now, or never, Cobb.
And I start to panic. I realize I'm gonna regret this moment. Whatever I do, I can't change this moment. I'm about to call out to them. They run away.
That's so sad.
I've got to get back home, the real world.
Oh, you sneaky little girl.
Why she gotta know?
I know who you are. What are you doing here? I'm just trying to understand. How could you understand? Do you know what it is to be a lover? You're waiting for a train. You know where you hope this train will take you, but you don't know for sure. How could you bring her here, Dom? What is this place? What happened here? You promised! You said we'd grow old together!
Come back.
This is crazy.
I know.
So when he wakes up, he just leaves her in the dream world, obviously because she's part of his subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still trying to live a life with her, like when he's asleep.
It looks like it.
Do you think you can just build a prison of memories to lock her in?
Maurice Fisher just died in Sydney.
When's the funeral?
Thursday in Los Angeles.
Cobb, I'm coming with you. The team needs someone who understands what you're struggling with.
Get us another seat on the plane.
I'm still a little confused on why it's so important for him to share that with everybody.
Because she's like taking his dreams. Like she's interfering. But she's interfering, I guess, because he's still keeping her alive. Maybe.
So they're about to kidnap his ass on that plane, and he ain't even gonna know.
He's just chilling.
Excuse me, I think this is yours. You must have dropped it.
Thank you.
You wouldn't happen to be related to the Maurice Fisher, would you?
He was my father.
Well, he was a very inspiring figure. I'm sorry for your loss. There you go. To your father. May he rest in peace, huh?
Did he just drug him?
Yeah, he gave him that.
He gave him a little. Oh, she's in on it.
This is kind of like the Matrix in a lot of ways, isn't it? Except I think it's a lot more complicated.
Because they like plug up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Matrix was definitely like simpler than this.
No, he's gonna be looking for a taxi in this weather.
Asshole! Hey man, why don't you
walk away?
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I thought it was free.
Well, it's not.
Maybe we could share.
Maybe not. Can you pull over, get this? Come on.
That's not normal.
Is it even on tracks?
No, there's something going on in this dream. There's something wrong with that.
I'm afraid of this.
Cover him!
What's going on?
This wasn't in the design.
Why did that happen?
Maybe other people can interfere. Maybe they're trying to assassinate that guy or wake him up. I don't know.
Yeah, if Buddy gets shot, he's gonna wake up with a bunch of stuff in his arm. He's gonna be like, what the hell?
Maybe his subconscious has some heavy hitters in it.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Sato? Get Fisher in the back room now. Those were not normal projections. They've been trained, for God's sake.
You're right.
How could he be trained?
Fisher's had an extractor teach his subconscious to defend itself, so his subconscious is militarized.
That was his VPN.
This was your job, goddammit. This was your responsibility.
We have dealt with sub-security before.
This was not a part of the plan. He's dying, for God's sake.
Put him out of his misery.
Don't do that. It won't wake him up.
What do you mean it won't wake him up?
It won't wake him
When
up.
we die in a dream, we wake up.
Not from this.
So what happens when we die?
Drop into limbo.
Limbo?
Limbo.
Well, what the hell is down there?
Just raw, infinite subconscious. Nothing is down there.
Oh.
Well, how long can we be stuck there?
Decades. It could be infinite. I don't know. Ask him. He's the one who's been there.
That'd have been nice to know.
If we get killed, we'll be lost in limbo till our brains turn to scrambled egg.
So they go into like a coma or something?
Or like a void.
No, but I'm saying they go into a void in the dream level, but in real life, what happens? They go into like a coma?
I guess so.
You knew about these risks, and you didn't tell us. There weren't meant to be any risks. This was the only way to go 3 layers deep.
So you led us into a war zone with no way out. I am sitting this one out on this level, boys.
Fisher security is surrounding this place as we speak. 10 hours of flight time is a week at this level. That means each and every one of us will be killed. We have no other choice but to continue on and do it as fast as possible.
Damn, Leo. Kind of jacked up.
I'm insured against kidnapping for up to 10 million. It should be very simple.
Shut up.
Your father's office below the bookshelves is his personal safe.
I don't know any safe.
That doesn't mean you don't know the combination.
I don't know.
$500 this cost.
He was sniffing it.
Useful.
You've got an hour.
What's that?
Good authority. The combination.
I don't know it.
Why does Browning say you do?
Just let me talk to him and I'll find out.
1 out.
Start talking.
They thought I'd know the combination, but I don't know it. Maurice told me that when he passed, you were the only one to be able to open it.
No, he never gave me any combination.
Maybe he did. Maybe you just didn't know it was a combination.
We didn't have very many meaningful experiences together.
Your birthday.
Perhaps after your mother died.
After my mother died, you know what he told me? There's really nothing to be said.
He was bad with emotion.
He's in a lot of pain.
When we get down to the lower levels, the pain will be less intense.
And if he dies?
When he wakes up, his mind is completely gone.
Cobb.
Limbo is going to become your reality. You're going to be lost down there so long that you're going to become an old man.
Filled with regret.
Don't die, dude.
All right, what is in the safe?
A will. It splits up the component businesses of Fisher Morrow. It'd be the end of the entire empire as we know it.
Damn.
Destroy my whole inheritance.
He loved you, Robert, in his own way.
In his own way. He called me to his deathbed. He could barely speak. He pulled me close, and I could only make out one word. Disappointed.
But that's information there that they're gonna use.
Mm-hmm. But they have to make it positive. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
As we go deeper into Fisher, we're also going deeper into you. I'm not sure we're gonna like what we find.
We were exploring the concept of a dream within a dream. When I kept pushing things, I wanted to go deeper and deeper. I just didn't understand the concept that hours could turn into years down there.
So that's Limbo or something?
We built the world for ourselves.
How long were you stuck there?
Something like 50 years.
Whoa.
It wasn't so bad at first feeling like gods. The problem was knowing that none of it was real. It just became impossible for me to live like that.
And what about for her?
She had locked something away, something deep inside her.
Limbo became her reality.
What happened when you woke up?
To wake up from that after years, I knew something was wrong with her. She just wouldn't admit it. She was possessed by an idea that our world
Inception
wasn't real. To come back to reality, that in order to get back home, we had to kill ourselves.
Ooh.
What about your children?
She thought they were projections.
Calm down.
Don't you think I can tell the difference?
She wanted to do it, but she could not do it alone. She came up with a plan on our anniversary.
Join me.
Just step back inside.
Oh my gosh, she has lost it.
I'm going to jump and you're coming with me.
No, I'm not. If you jump, you're gonna die. Now just step back inside so we can talk about this.
So she's just possessed by like,
Mom.
oh, that
Come
sucks.
out onto the ledge or I'll jump right now.
Yeah, she can't tell what's real anymore.
I'm asking you to take a leap of faith.
No, honey. Take a second, think about our children.
If I go without you, they'll take them away anyway. I filed a letter with our attorney, explaining how I'm fearful for my safety, how you threatened to kill me.
Why would you do this?
I freed you from the guilt of choosing to leave them. We're going home to our real children.
No. Maul, you
Bro,
listen.
she is psycho. I mean, it's not her
She
fault.
can't
but-
help it. I was.
Maul, goddammit, don't do this! Sweetheart! Look at me! Maul, no! Jesus Christ!
She had herself declared sane by 3 different psychiatrists. It made it impossible for me to try to explain the nature of her madness. So I ran.
Man, she screwed him nice and hard, didn't
Yeah.
she? Jeez.
Dang.
I left my children behind, and I've been trying to buy my way back ever since.
Your guilt, it's what powers her. And if we are going to succeed in this, you have to forgive yourself, and you're going to have to confront her.
You have to move.
I don't know any combination. I have somebody standing in your father's office right now ready to tap in the combination. Give me the first 6 numbers that come to your head right now. Right now!
Why don't you say just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
5, 2, 8. You have to be better than that.
I think that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen on this channel. That was nuts.
That was crazy.
Because if you're down there so long, like you would really lose reality of what's what.
That boy's relationship with his father is even worse than we imagined.
How are you going to reconcile them? They're so estranged.
Well, I'm working on that, aren't I?
Move faster.
He got a dang sniper in his dreams.
Who, him?
No, did you see the sniper on the roof?
Yeah, I was about to say, that ain't a sniper.
You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
The second we get into that hotel and approach Fisher, his security's gonna be all over us. We run with Mr. Charles like we did on the Stein job.
So you've done it before?
Yeah, and it didn't work. You need some kind of distraction.
No problem. How about a lovely lady that I've used before?
But if he can dream up grenade launchers, he can dream up like a SWAT team or something, right?
Yeah, but that would just be too much for the subconscious. Like,
true.
So it's like a balancing act.
There goes Mr. Charles.
Mr. Fisher, pleasure to see you again. Rod Green from marketing. And you must be?
Leaving.
Sayonara.
Funny way to make friends. Someone stealing your wallet like that.
I know.
That was slick.
God damn it. Listen, don't worry about it. My people are already on it as we speak.
Who or what is Mr. Charles?
It's a gambit designed to turn Fisher against his own subconscious.
And why don't you approve?
Because it involves telling the Mark that he's dreaming.
Mr. Siren, can I have a moment?
I'm sorry about that. You look a bit back here.
Very amusing, Mr. Eames. Turbulence on the plan. As you should strive.
They keep going back to that picture, so it's gotta mean something.
So they're in the second layer of the dream world right now, right?
Who did you say you were?
My name is Mr. Charles. You remember me, don't you? I'm the head of your security down here.
I need to buy Cobb a little more time.
I specialize in a very specific type of security.
You talking about dreams?
I am here to protect you.
Keep it together, bro. You let a subconscious in.
Mr. Fisher, I'm here to protect you in the event that someone tries to access your mind through your dreams. They're coming for you. Strange weather, isn't it?
Cobb's drawing Fisher's attention to the strangeness of the dream, which is making his subconscious look for the dreamer. From me, give me a kiss.
They're still looking at us.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Smooth move, bro.
Pay attention to the strangeness of the weather, the shift in gravity. None of this is real. You're in a dream. Try and remember how you arrived at this hotel. Can you do that?
Yeah, I know that.
Accept the fact that you're in a dream, and I'm here to protect you.
You're not real.
I'm a projection of your subconscious. I was sent here to protect you in the event that extractors tried to pull you into a dream.
Okay. Can you get me out of here?
Man, he bought that, didn't he?
These men were sent here to abduct you. I need you to work with me, Mr. Fisher.
Dang.
Don't do it.
If this is a dream, I should just kill myself to wake up.
Right. I believe they have you sedated, and if you pull that trigger, you may not wake up. Give me the gun.
This room should be directly below 528.
Yeah.
What do you remember from before this dream?
Oh my God, we've been kidnapped.
Where were they holding you?
They had us in the back of a van.
That explains the gravity shifts.
Something to do with a safe?
You and Browning have been pulled into this dream because they're trying to steal something from your mind. What is it, Mr. Fisher? Think!
A combination.
It can represent anything. We're in a hotel right now. We should try hotel rooms. What was the number, Mr. Fisher?
5-2. It was something, it was a long number.
That's good enough. We can start there. 5th floor.
Yep.
So do you use a timer?
No, I have to judge it for myself.
Well, how will you know?
His music warns me. And then when the van hits the barrier of the bridge, that should be unmistakable. If it's too soon, we won't get pulled out. If it's too late, it won't be able to drop us.
Well, why not?
Because the van will be in free fall.
They need stronger locks on those doors, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to put you under.
I'm already under.
Under again.
A dream within a dream?
I see you've changed.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken for fat.
Said you were kidnapped together?
Not exactly. They already had him. They were torturing him.
And you saw them torture him?
The kidnappers are working for you.
Wow.
Fisher Morrow has been my entire life. I can't let you destroy it. That will, that's his last insult. But telling you you're not worthy of his accomplishments.
That poor guy.
I know.
Jeez.
You can build a better company than he ever did.
He's lying. He's hiding something, and we need to find out what that is. We'll enter his subconscious and find out what he doesn't want you to know.
All right.
Oh, we're going into the 3rd level now.
Dang. They really got that out of... They did a good job.
Whose subconscious are we going into exactly?
We're going into Fisher's. He's gonna help us break into his own subconscious.
This is still pretty confusing, though.
You good?
I'm fine. I'm ready.
What's down there?
Really, the truth we want Fisher to learn.
Oh my gosh.
So his job is to make sure they all wake up together, I think. Man, run his ass over.
That's so crazy.
What the heck?
They're like rolling around in a car so they can't like be.
It's like this turned into a superhero movie. Hey, let's go. He recovered on his wheels, though.
Did you see that?
Keep it moving, buddy.
Tactical.
I need you to draw the security away from the complex, you understand? If I know the route, everything can be compromised.
I could do it.
All right, I'll be listening in the whole time. The windows on that upper floor are big enough for me to cover you from that south tower. You see it? In order to find out the truth about your father, you're gonna need to break into Browning's mind on your own.
So they're like manipulating him.
They're playing him like a puppet, yeah. This is a crazy place to dream up, though.
I know.
This was like a Call of Duty map. Oh, it's too early, right?
It's too soon.
Yeah.
Cobb, do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. It's music. This is 10 seconds from the jump, which gives Arthur 3 minutes, which gives us what?
60 minutes.
Can they make that route in under an hour?
They still have to climb down to the middle terrace.
Well, then they need a new route, a more direct route.
Bro, this is radical.
I suck so bad at skiing.
He hit the 180 no scope. Did you see that?
Did Eames add any features?
I don't think I should tell you. If Maul
We
finds
don't
out
have
that
time for this.
he added an air duct system that can cut through the maze.
No shot.
Yeah, trip him up.
How do you miss? Oh, he made the little lap.
Oh, the stairs?
Yeah.
The infinite staircase? Oh no.
So this is the kick. Wow.
What is it called? The synchronized kick, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But they didn't get what they needed yet.
What was that?
The kick.
Couldn't stop it. I've dreamt up a goddamn beach.
Right.
We finished the job before the next kick.
What next kick?
When the van hits the water.
It's the water, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You don't have much time. But I guess in their time, they kind of do.
They got about 3. Well, because they're in the bottom layer, so they have a lot more. Yeah, but he doesn't. He's out of time. Oh, he's floating because they're in free fall.
Oh, good thing that was the right one.
How do I drop here without gravity?
Arthur has a couple minutes. We have about 20. You okay?
Poor guy asking, are they okay?
That guy's trying to destroy your empire.
There's something wrong. They're heading away like they know something.
Just buy us more time, all right?
Damn.
Oh, you sneaky.
Fighting in zero gravity looks crazy.
I know, what if there's like an astronaut MMA?
Yeah, an astronaut MMA league.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
Are those projections? It's a part of his subconscious?
Yes.
He's stacking them?
I really hope he's okay. All right, come on, boys. We got to protect that subconscious.
Yes.
He gave him the thumbs up.
I thought he clicked the sticky bomb.
Yeah. I think he did both.
There's someone else in there.
Fisher, it's a trap. Get out.
It's her.
It's always her.
She is not real.
How do you know that?
No.
No, no, no. Oh. Said tuck and roll, boys.
What happened?
Mal killed Fisher?
There's no use in reviving him. His mind's already trapped down there. It's all over.
So that's it, then we failed.
We're done.
No way.
No, there's still another way. We just have to follow Fisher down there.
Not enough time.
There will be enough time down there. Just use the defibrillator to revive him. We can give him his own kick. As soon as the music ends, you blow up the hospital, and we all ride the kick back up the layers.
Go for it. If you are not back before the kick, I am gone with or without you.
I mean, makes sense to me.
Mal's gonna be down there.
I know where to find her. She'll have Fisher. She wants me to come after him. She wants me back down there with her.
At least his subconscious is kind of nice, though. Kinda. It looks a little rocky, don't it?
This is where she'll be.
Dang. So she's living there
In
forever?
his subconscious, yeah. That makes me really not like elevators. That's so scary looking.
I need you to take care of Fisher while I go set some charges.
No room for a tourist on these jobs.
You built all this?
We built for years, and we started in on the memories.
She's a city gal.
This way.
You can never see their face.
That was smart.
This was our neighborhood. That was our first apartment.
What is that?
It's the house Mom grew up in.
Will she be in there?
They were down there playing Minecraft on creative mode, basically.
It seems like it.
How are we gonna bring Fisher back?
We're gonna have to come up with some kind of a kick. Listen, there's something you should know about me. About Inception. An idea is like a virus. Highly contagious. And the smallest seed of an idea can grow.
The smallest idea, such as your world is not real. Do you think he is? Or do you think he's as lost as I was?
I know it's real, Mo.
Chased around the globe by anonymous corporations and police forces? The way the projections persecute the dreamer? Admit it. You don't believe in one reality anymore. Choose to be here.
Dang, I mean, that is crazy. Kind of like if you get the idea in your head that you live in like a simulation, it's hard to escape that sometimes.
I have to get back to our children because you left them.
You're confused. Our children are here. These are our children. James? Philippa?
Please. Those aren't my children.
You keep telling yourself that.
I know it.
And what if you're wrong? What if I'm what's real? What do you feel?
Guilt. That guilt is always there, reminding me of the truth. That the idea that caused you to question your reality came from me.
You planted the idea in my mind.
That's what I'm saying, the first Inception.
The reason I knew Inception was possible was because I did it to her first. I knew we needed to escape, but she wouldn't accept it. She had locked something away, a truth that she had once known but chose to forget. And she couldn't break free. So I decided to search for it. I broke in and I planted an idea that her world wasn't real.
The death was the only escape.
You know where you hope this train will take you. But you can't know for sure. And it doesn't matter.
Because you're together!
But I never knew that even after you came back to reality, you continued to believe your world wasn't real.
That is so nuts.
I was trying to save you.
You betrayed me. We can still be together in the world we built together.
There's like real kids out there. Oh, no.
Don't do it. Oh no.
We need to get Fisher.
If I stay here, will you let him go?
Fisher's on the porch.
He's here!
He's alive.
It's time, but you have to come now! You can't stay here to be with her.
I'm not. I can't stay with her anymore because she doesn't exist. Look at you. You're just a shade of my real wife.
What are you doing?
Oh, here's his kick.
Walk faster.
Oh my gosh. This is the ultimate manipulation right here.
I know you were disappointed. I couldn't be you.
No. I was disappointed that you tried.
Oh, that thing in the picture.
Oh, he's dead.
That's the key area! You have to go now!
Don't lose yourself!
We better hurry. Come on, there's one more kick. There we go.
You remember when you asked me to marry you? You said you dreamt that we'd grow old together.
We did, you don't remember. We had our time together, and I have to let you go.
That's so sad. He did get to live a whole lifetime with her, though.
I'm sorry, Robert.
Bro, they are so slick.
You know, the will means that Dad wanted me to be my own man, not just to live for him. That's what I'm gonna do, Uncle Peter.
Got him.
Cobb's dead?
With Ma?
Not a fine sight of.
He really needs to find him because he owes him a bag, don't he? He's got to make do on that, making that case go away. And then we're right back at the beginning. Wow.
To kill me.
No, old man.
I'm waiting for someone.
Someone from a half-remembered dream.
Cobb. Impossible. We were a young man together. I'm an old man.
Filled with regret. I've come back for you to remind you that this world is not real.
To convince me to honor our arrangement.
Take
remembers.
a leap of faith, yes.
They say that a lot.
Come back with me.
We'll be landing in Los Angeles in about 20 minutes.
Oh, no.
Do you need immigration forms?
He's like, I had the most peculiar dream. Let's go. That man right there just lived forever. Like, geez. Doesn't that security guard play in a lot of comedy movies?
He's in something.
Welcome home, Mr. Cobb.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go. My boy Cobb is legal again. Let's go see those kids.
He's like, why do I know him?
He was in my dream. It must have been because he gave me my passport. I don't think Grandma's still gonna like him though. You know, you killed my daughter, you mother. Because she ain't gonna believe those papers.
Look who's here.
Hey guys! Hey! What are you building?
What?
Whoa. So we're left on a cliffhanger if that was real or not?
Right?
Oh my gosh.
The whole movie, I guess.
All right, guys. So that was Inception. So look, I understand that the response we get to this movie is going to be directly correlated to how well we understood it. And I really did try my best, guys. I feel like the dream within a dream within a dream, planting a subconscious thought, letting it grow. So that way you can manipulate someone's actions without them realizing where the source of the action came from. So I do feel like we understood the concept, but man, there was a lot going on in that. What do you think?
That was a good time. It was very thought-provoking, very stressful. I had so much fun.
I got chills again. Guys, I really don't think that I've been so like enamored by a movie on this channel yet. It was extremely complicated, so I was trying not to talk too much because I was really trying to focus on all the dialogue, because as the movie was going on, they were explaining it, you know. But I feel like that was more complicated than The Matrix. Like, remember The Matrix where he's having the whole dialogue with the architect?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like this movie was more complicated than that, man. Yeah. In the end, we had the biggest cliffhanger I think I've ever seen in a movie. Right. I don't think I've ever seen a cliffhanger like that. This whole thing could have basically been a dream for Leo. Like Leo could basically, or Cobb could basically be in his little own version of Limbo with the kids right now. And we just don't even know, because they cut away from the screen and I saw a tiny little wobble.
Right.
But that wobble was just enough to make me wonder. You know what I mean?
It was just enough to make you think, oh, it could have stopped, but we'll never know.
So the man that he was working for, essentially, I mean, that guy could have been like, yeah, I can make good on it. Like, I got this power to let you come home, and I can like.
So he could have just used him.
He could have used him and then put him in a dream state, basically. Yeah. So deep that he's just being manipulated the whole time. So I like that. In my mind, I'm just going to pretend that the man got to go home and be with his kids, you know.
However that means, you mean?
Yeah, you know, I in the real world, I like to think that he went home because I did see that wobble. And the whole point was he didn't want to look at his kids until it was real, because he didn't want to like disturb the memory or whatever. Yeah. And he finally got to see his kid's face. But it was weird because the memory that he had of seeing his kids, he came back to that exact memory. Yeah. So it was almost kind of weird. Like, how did you, like, if you were gone for X amount of time, then how did you come back to that moment in time? So it might have been a dream. Right. I don't know, man. That was insane. That was an insane movie.
I feel like that's one where people could like fight for either side. Was it a dream? Was it reality? I don't know.
I'm just really excited to hear you guys' feedback, man. I know there's some people out there who don't really mind typing paragraphs, but if you're one of those people, please explain this movie to me, man. I just want to make sure that I understood everything. And obviously there's going to be a lot of concepts that I didn't really get in real time, but I'm sure if I rewatched the movie, I would, you know, further my understanding of what just happened. But for the most part, I feel like I got the base plot. Yeah. I mean, I kept the plot, but I feel like you could study this movie.
Yeah, because really there's like 3 different plots, really.
I don't think I've seen a lot of movies on this channel that I genuinely like have to watch again, because I just feel like the more you watch this movie and the more you sort of understand the big picture, the more you can put the little things together. Right. And I just need to know, is this man dreaming or not?
There was probably so much background stuff that we didn't really get to pick up on because we were just trying to understand the basics first.
Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and explain everything, and, you know, because I don't want to intimidate you guys with how genius I am at picking up movie plots. I'm just kidding, obviously. But what I do want to say is I thought the concept was pretty incredible. I thought it was really trippy, and it really brings up a lot of philosophical points. Like, you know, it is true, when you are in a dream, you never really realize how you got there. Yeah. Like when I'm in a dream, I'm always just placed in a plot. Yeah. Right. And there have been times where I'm dreaming when I realize it's a dream. And that used to happen a lot more when I was younger, you know? And every time I've ever experienced that, like I used to have a dream where I had on like a jetpack and I would jump in the air and try to fly. And then I would realize I was in a dream, and then I would get too scared to do it because the jetpack. So I felt like a lot of times
that's how all my dreams are. I realize I'm in a dream.
When you have like a lucid dream, for me personally, I'll realize I'm dreaming, but I don't have full control over it. I feel like I can manipulate my decisions in the dream, but I can't manipulate the plot. Does that make sense?
You can't tell yourself like, hey, Like if there's something really scary happening, you're like, just wake up. You don't even have to worry about it.
I've done that.
I do it every dream.
Yeah.
Every dream I have, I'm like, just wake up.
I have dreams where like for example, I'll have a dream that like I murder someone and like throw my life away, which is obviously like a nightmare, right? I mean, and so in my dream, I'll realize like, dude, it's actually all good because I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
And then once I realize I'm dreaming, I'll wake up. But I can, like I said, I can control sometimes. It's not all the time, but I can control my thought process and my decisions that I can make. But I can't control the outside factors.
Right.
So like,
I can't control the outside factors either.
Yeah.
I can just control like what I like I have dreams where I don't study for tests a lot. I
Yeah.
know that's silly.
hang on, let me go tell my dog no. Sorry about that. My dog is biologically wired to understand 5 o'clock on the dot. And it doesn't matter if the time changes or not. He just knows when it's dinner time. So he's barking at me. He said, wake your ass up. We trying to eat over here.
I know.
So, like I said, like it's just really interesting. It really brings up a lot of interesting points because dreaming is such a weird phenomenon. It really is.
I'm noticing more and more as I'm getting older, just how like real they feel.
Yeah.
So in this world, it just like, it kind of hits home because I've been having the weirdest dreams ever lately, especially being pregnant.
Right.
So I'm even wondering like, could my dreams go inside my other dreams? Like, it's so weird.
There's a lot of weird things about dreams. Like we all dream. So like, what if we're dreaming right now, right? And what if when we go to sleep, we're actually in the real world, but then when we wake up, we remember it as a dream,
right?
And it's replaced. Or like, what if we're in a simulation or something, and like our batteries need to recharge or our hardware needs to update, and every single person has to sleep. So you can go 3 days without sleeping, but eventually you have to go to sleep. And who's to say that our software is not updating when we're sleeping?
Right.
It's just a really weird. Dreaming is just a really weird thing. Like
that's why I love that this movie did a play on that, because it's something that's so hard to really, really, really absolutely understand.
Yeah.
And
it's interesting because the movie sort of played with the idea that every invention or every thought doesn't necessarily come from like someone's imagination. Sometimes they're just discovered. Like I've always said on this channel, especially after the Matrix, like I think of the computer, right? I feel like if you were to fully be able to explore the cosmos, right? And if you were able to discover intelligent life forms on other, planets that were billions and billions of light years away that we've never had contact with, I feel like eventually for those life forms to advance in the future, they would have to come up with the concept of a computer. They might call it something different. The interface would probably be different. The numbers will look different, but the concept of a computer doesn't seem to be a human invention. It seems to be something that's discovered, kind of like mathematics in the universe. Like, is mathematics discovered or is it something that humans created? You know what I mean? I like to think that these things are discovered, like a lot of artists, for example,
they always say they find things in their dreams.
Some artists will say that they fell asleep and like the idea for a song came to them,
Yeah.
And so it just makes you wonder, like, is it inevitable? Like, are we just,
because in my dreams, no songs be coming to my mind.
I have had some pretty radical ideas I've had dreams where I feel like I really discovered something, or like a thought came into my dream that was so complex and it was so much deeper than something I've ever been able to fathom.
Mm-hmm.
But then as I woke up and time went on, I just completely forgot the plot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I woke up feeling like a genius before. Like I
feel
really
like
have.
I know those neighbors down the street like the back of my hand now.
Why could you be dreaming about our
Because I
neighbors?
had a dream about them. A bad one.
Hey, he's a sexy chunk down there.
No.
What you dreaming about?
It was that he captured me.
held you for ransom.
Remember I told you, I even have the girl's name that lives down the street.
Oh, yeah.
I even made up a name for her in my mind. So when I see her, that's her name.
I just feel like sometimes in dreams, like I've come up with like concepts in physics and stuff. And it's like, I don't really remember them, obviously. And so it's just, for all you guys know, I'm just making this up, but I'm really not. But once I'm awake for a little bit, like I completely forget it. Or like I feel like sometimes I've dreamed that I've been in like a higher dimension, like in the 5th dimension or the 6th dimension or something. And I was able to process things that my brain in reality can't conceive. Does that make sense? Or like I've thought of plots before, like ideas that I've never even like considered before. So dreams are just a really weird thing.
Yeah.
Like they really are,
They're so interesting though. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. This movie did such a good job just opening that whole imagination to everyone who watched it.
And what's crazy is ever since she's been pregnant, my dreams have been insane. Like I used to be a really consistent sleeper, but ever since she's been pregnant, like my sleeping has been so weird. And it really doesn't have much to do with you.
It might, because I get up every 2 seconds to pee.
Well, it's almost like your hormones are like in the air or something and they're just twisting
You're
my brain
inhaling
or
them?
something. Yeah, something like that. But I've just been dreaming crazy since she's been pregnant. I don't know. And it's like, I don't really dream about like the pregnancy. I've just been dreaming and it seems like I used to dream maybe like once a night or twice a night, but now I dream from the moment obviously it's not, but from my perceptions, the moment I fall asleep to the moment I wake up, like I've been through like 6 different dream cycles.
Yeah.
And it's just really weird.
Yeah, me too, but that's because I wake up to pee every 5 seconds.
Well, maybe you're waking me up.
I think I am, because most of the time you'll look at me and say something.
What do I say?
We don't got to tell everyone.
What do I say?
You're like, you're sexy.
When I'm sleeping?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll be waking up horny, boy. Like, oh, look at this thing we got. I don't even remember. I talk in my sleep.
Or you'll wake up and just be like, ooh.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. That's why you're always trying to give me a back massage in the mornings. Anyways, guys, this movie was absolutely crazy. I want to talk about the performances in this movie. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was just so good in this, man. I don't know the other guy's name. I know I probably should. The guy who plays Robin. I thought he was a great addition to this.
It was like Joseph Love Hewitt or something like that.
Is he related to Jennifer Love Hewitt?
I don't know. It was like that. He had like 3 names.
It really might be. I'm just throwing that out there playing, but he really might be.
I don't know.
Tom Hardy was in this.
Yeah.
His little accent. I don't even want to try to pretend I know what accent he was trying to put on, but his little accent was really good. It made me question if he's American or not, which he's probably not. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, I thought his voice acting in this was pretty cool because I'm so used to him in the Venom. Yeah, the
As
Venom
Eddie Brock.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first time I really discovered Tom Hardy. Like I'm sure I've seen him in something before, but when we first watched,
did we watch Bane before that?
He was Bane.
He was Bane.
Well, he had a mask on though. He had like a
but
respirator.
he sounded the same. He did the same.
Like,
little, yeah.
You'll never touch me. Yeah, I really thought the third movie of that whole franchise just wasn't it to me.
Really?
I've already watched the movie and put it out, so I can say it. But guys, it was okay. I thought The Dark Knight was pretty good. I thought the first one was really good.
I thought
The Dark Knight was
good.
better, but I kind of thought the third one was.
Out of the 3, that was the weakest, but I thought all 3 were good.
Yeah, big Tom Hardy fan, man. Always love seeing that guy. Elliot, what's that girl's name in here?
I think it was Ellen back then.
Yeah, now it's Elliot Page or something like that. Anyways, she was pretty good in this. Whatever. I don't know what she's wanting to go by these days, but that actor was pretty good in this too.
All these people we've seen in superhero, because she's an X-Man.
Is she really? Oh yeah, she is, isn't she?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought the acting was really good in this. I really did. I think that just the way they filmed this, obviously, it's Christopher Nolan style. I feel like this was by far his most complex piece of work.
I also like how the guy, I wish I knew his actor name, but I know he's like a Peaky Blinder. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, the guy from Peaky Blinders.
Well,
he played in some other stuff too. He played in The Dark Knight, did he not? One of the Batman movies he played in.
Was he the Riddler? Was he
I'm
the
not
first
sure.
Riddler? I don't remember, but yeah, he was in a Batman.
Eventually, we'll watch Peaky Blinders because a lot of people's asked us to.
But I know he's a Peaky Blinder. But
what is a Peaky Blinder?
I don't know. I just know he is because when you see like the cover of it, he's there.
I just picture someone peeking through my blinds, a Peaky Blinder.
But I like how he wasn't their friend in it, but he was like. They were
He
like
worked with them?
They were like manipulating the crap out of him, but he worked alongside them the whole time.
Right. Yeah,
And
that jump was wild.
That's what makes this movie so good is like the whole time they're trying to manipulate this guy, right? And we're thinking, okay, yeah, we want you to do it, but do we really want them to do it?
Because the guy that Cobb helped. I mean, that guy could be a real son of a bitch.
We just don't know. Yeah, they didn't give us enough background of it, which makes it fun.
He gave us this idea that one man's going to control 50% of the world's energy resources,
Right.
so therefore he's going to have a monopoly on energy. And obviously, like when you hear the word monopoly over something, just as a viewer, like you're trained to just say, "Oh, that's a bad thing,"
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's really a bad thing.
I mean, they didn't give us too much on that, but I do know that they did give us a lot on their relationship, and the dad wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe it was a good thing.
That was the movie's way of because he had that little pinwheel.
Yeah.
But in real life, he didn't care.
Yeah, he knocked over the picture and was like, psh, disappointed.
You've always been soft. Yeah. I feel like if my dad left me an absolute fortune where I'm going to be able to control half the world's energy, and then he tells me, you need to build your own company, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to ride this one, homie.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Like, why would you want to throw all that away and then
Right.
just restart? Like, what the hell?
Well, he even said it. He was like, so just give up my inheritance?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand if you just don't want nothing to do with it. Like my dad has a business too that I don't want nothing to do with. But, you know, that was probably one of the weaker plot points to me, but maybe I'm missing something. But I just thought this movie was so good. It really was. It was
really
definitely
was.
worth watching again just because visually it was stunning. Like,
Yeah.
It really was. I love the whole concept of if you could go to a dream world that was 3 layers or that was so deep in your subconscious that you could essentially live like a whole different life. You know, that'd be a really cool concept. Like, what if you went to sleep? How do you know that when you go to sleep, your dreams are short? Like, what if you wake up and you just remember?
I feel like they're long. Okay, so you know how I wake up every hour? Mine always feel so long, but they were only an hour long because I wake up in an hour.
My dreams always feel like they take a total of like 6 minutes.
Really?
Like when I'm in my dreams, they feel like the plot will progress really fast in my dreams, but I feel like if I tried to quantify it, it would take about 6 minutes a dream. So I feel like I dream for like a total of like, well, now I dream a lot, but do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But for all I know, man, like when you go to sleep and your brain goes into sleep mode and, you know, your perception of time is so different. Like you could be dreaming for 50 years, but my dreams never play out like that. They're always, you wake up in a jail cell and the next thing you know, your lawyer's bailing you out. And then you're like, what the hell? And then you wake up and it just seems like it goes quick. So I don't know. Like I've never had a dream where I was like young and then grew old.
Yeah. No, I never have them like that either.
Yeah.
But I do have where like what's going on takes so long that I'm like, what the heck? And I wake up and it's just an hour later.
It does make me a little jealous though. I wish I had dreams where I wish that I wouldn't wake up from them, but I'm always happy to wake up from my dreams.
Me too. Mine are always.
I'm always a criminal.
I've had a lot of Walking Dead dreams lately. Like I had one the other day where Mushu was sitting at the bottom of like a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, he's gonna get eaten, but they didn't. They just ignored him.
I had a dream the other day that I was in Squid Game and I was basically, I failed a challenge and they were about to shoot me. But in my dream, I was just like, dude, I just could not accept the fact that I was about to get shot in my back. Right. Like, I don't know, but there was just something that just told me like, you just don't have to accept this. And so I didn't. And then eventually I ran and I escaped and I ended up inside of like some Hollywood party. And there was all these like elite Hollywood actors and stuff. And they were all congratulating me on like making it out and telling me that I could join their club. And they were all so miserable. And I was like, this is so weird. I had a dream last night that was so weird and gross. I can't even tell you guys about it.
Yeah, don't.
That joke was wild.
Yeah, it was wild.
Should I tell them?
No.
Yeah, y'all don't want to hear that. Everybody's going to want me to tell y'all, but it was gross.
Yeah, that's good. And that, maybe they'll comment and ask.
Yeah. Well, if I tell y'all in a comment, it ain't going to come across right. So I got to, you know, if you drug your wife into a dream so deep, you know, and then she was convinced that it was real life and then you convinced her to wake up, then don't be surprised if she doesn't know the difference between that and reality. But I guess you got to live and you got to learn, right?
But it was such a twisty twist. She like screwed him over too, right?
Yeah, that part was nuts.
Well, wait, did she? That's the part I have a question about.
Okay, so what she did, she basically, so they were in Dream World, right? And they were so deep in Dream World, but she was happy with it. Like she never, when she was in Dream World, she thought it was real life.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, when you're in a dream, it's just so realistic. He, on the other hand, he like sort of understood. So what the woman did, she took her little thing that spins and she locked it away.
Up, yeah.
So that way she, over time, because she lived a whole life,
yeah.
She eventually, the lines became faded on what's real and what's not real.
Yeah.
And she couldn't ground herself by spinning it. And so when she woke up to the real world, she had already built this whole life in the fake world. So when she woke up to the real world, she was very dissatisfied.
Yeah.
And then she said, okay, I'm going to jump out the window and I'm going to off myself basically. And he's like, no, you can't do that because we have kids. Think about your kids.
Oh,
and she said,
and that was in the real world.
That was in the real world.
Yeah.
She said, look, the reason you can't let go of this fake reality is because you're so attached to this idea that we have kids. But what you don't realize is you've made all this up because we're living in a fantasy land.
Yeah.
We don't really have these kids. Our kids are waiting for us in the real life.
Yeah.
And I miss them. And so she was just so screwed by that. And she knew that he was never going to let it go because he was so attached to these kids. Mm-hmm. So the way that she done it was to basically sever his ability to have a relationship with the kids. That way his reality was so terrible that he had no choice but to follow her
and go back. Yeah.
Back to quote unquote reality, which was crazy.
That was a good explanation of that. But then in the end, when there's that thing spinning, we just don't know if that's actually reality.
And that's what I was saying. Like at the very beginning, he kept saying the last memory I have of them is he was digging, probably looking for a worm.
Yeah.
And then they turned and I never saw their faces because he had to go. So then when he came back to his family, he came back to the exact scene that he had left. So it seems like he would have came back and they'd have been on the couch or doing something different.
Right.
But it seemed like he came back to that exact point in time where he like last subconsciously remembered, and that's where they brought him right back.
Right.
So like I said, I want to think that he's not dreaming, because how sad is it to think, that he was manipulated by that guy? But it is possible that guy just totally manipulated. It's possible that the whole entire movie took place in a dream. Like, it's possible
manipulation on a manipulation.
Yes.
So it was like 2 layers of manipulation.
Yes.
I wonder what Christopher Nolan says about it.
Let's call him.
Do you think he says exactly what is intended?
Christopher, what happened in the end, dog? What happened? Hey, he said it was a dream. He said it was a dream, so that really creeps me out. All right, I'm gonna catch you. Oh yeah, that's just my dog Christopher. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Like I said, the thing started to spin, which I didn't realize at all. I never noticed it breaking its momentum, throughout the whole movie. And the last scene that broke his momentum, but like I said, I just can't get over the fact that he walked right back into the exact same scene that he last subconsciously thought of them. So it was almost like they dropped him right back into subconscious. I don't know, man. Because
that's so debatable. I mean, that is so debatable, and so you could have so many stances on both sides, man.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, like, would that life work? Like, if he got dropped right back off into his regular life. And grandma remember, hates you. She thinks you done murdered her daughter.
No, not just that. He goes through security. Like, they didn't even they were on the airplane ride, and he just goes through security. There wasn't a whole thing he had to go through.
Well, he's an American citizen.
Not just that though, but he killed somebody, quote unquote.
Well, that was the whole point though. The guy that he was working for is so powerful. So when you go through security at the airport, like when you run when you show them your passport, they'll enter your name or scan it or whatever the hell they do. And if you're in the database, you'll pop up. Like, it just pops up instantly.
So he was just so clear.
Right. And the people at the airport are, they are trained to not react. They'll just hit a button and alert like security or whatever the hell, the TSA. And so if you're so powerful, you might get into that database and clear them from the database. So therefore, the people at the airport would never even realize. Because it's not like everyone in America or at all the airports, it's not like they know him personally.
But he did that. So when the guy made the phone call at the end, that was what he was doing, was clearing it. Because remember when the Asian guy woke up, he started dialing a number?
Yeah, that's what they were portraying. Okay. But he could have just been manipulating him. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I'm just wondering how the heck did that clear so fast?
Like, that's what I'm saying. We never really knew whose dream we were exactly in, who exactly was the architect.
The only time we knew is when we went into Fisher's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other guy, the Godfather or whatever.
This movie was absolute testicles, man. Nuts. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I feel like if I keep talking about it, I'll just end up saying something stupid. So I think at this point, I'm going to get off, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching Inception. Like I said, if you guys are into Christopher Nolan, we do have Interstellar, which, by the way, we recorded over a year ago and we were a lot newer to the YouTube scene, and we might have talked way too much in it. So if we talk a lot in that, man, I'm so sorry. I feel like we've gotten a lot better at that over the years. Like I said, we've just watched a lot of bangers.
Over the years, bro. We haven't been doing this for years.
How long have we been doing it?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Unless we've been dreaming the whole time. But thank you guys so much, man. It was an absolute dream hanging out with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up on Patreon if you guys want to see the full uncut reaction to this movie. And we'll see you guys on the next one, man.
Spin.